Greetings, my fellow travelers and the boys and girls at Hello Games. If you're wondering why God's green earth am I looking up at a hole that I just tunneled through the ground, is because, hey, this is where the salvage module for the Corvette is. Observe the recovery. Yes, it's some of that ground that can be mined no matter what. So yeah, wonderful. I can't get the doodad. And of course, you know, why could this not be found? Oh, I don't know. In ruins would actually have given us a reason to explore ruins because generally they're useless. But no, it's in the ground, subject to the random numbers generator. Alright, this other guy is 1,000 years away. So, yeah. Well, so far it's, with the exception of really no tutorial or no explanation as to the fact that the parts need to be flipped around when you're going from one side of the ship to the other. You know, you'd think that a wing would snap onto the side of the ship as opposed to the wingtip against the ship. Now, besides that, this seems to be the only problem so far, and this is more a world building than a addition to the world. I'll never understand why there's ground that we could not tunnel through. That it would take more time, that you might need to have like at least an S-class mod or something on your mining tool. Sure. You know, there is ground that is harder than okay. Okay, and I think that completes that step. You know, I've said it before, forcing people to explore, not cool. Although I don't think I said it quite that way. God, I love the animation. Yeah, I'm willing to say they've done things right. Yeah, I relocated one of the shield generators to the underside. Oh, great. More this fucking weather. But it kind of makes sense in light of the fact that it is a toxic world. So, yeah. Okay. We have now completed the Corvette quest. Farewell, my fellow travelers, boys and girls at Hello Games. What the hell? That's a landing spot, if I understand correctly. No, come on. Okay, was that frigate? I'm guessing it was a frigate. Anyway, Dying of curiosity as to whether or not there are any parts here for Corvettes. Cheers, my fellow travelers. What's wrong with this picture? Yes, apparently it's not willing to land on it's not willing to be summoned to a landing pad, but it will land on a landing pad and completely ignore the orientation. Come on. Oh, for the love of Hecate. It's a spectacular sight, but they really need Corvette-size landing pads. Nope, not yet. Oh, and I can't figure out which one of these I haven't looked at because I've looked at all of them. But that's a side issue. Having said that, yeah, it's quite full. This guy keeps moving around. It's very puzzling. Hell, they move around. They all move around. Like this guy was here, and you can't move him. Okay, it's bad enough you can't sort things the way you want because certain things cannot be moved. Not only the supercharged slots, but certain key parts. But hey, now the game just randomly moves shit around, so you don't have the advantage of agency. Things being next to each other. Wow. Unfucking believable. Guys, can't help but have the feeling that you haven't ironed out all the bugs yet. You know, I'd love to enjoy something new and not. Yeah, I'm just gonna leave it at that. I just can't seem to understand why you guys can't put something new in the game and not have some kind of fuck up. All right? This guy, when I started, was here. Then it moved here. Then it moved here. I put these guys down here for a reason. Everything that was related to the photon cannon would all be clustered to it for that whole benefit from being close together. This guy was over here, so he was easy to find if I ever needed him. Literally, the exception of the thrusters here and the rockets here. And these three items. Everything else has moved on its own. This is beyond absurd. This is mind-blowingly stupid. You know, we might like to organize stuff a certain way. And on the subject of things that don't make sense, you used to have 6 of everything. 3 up here, 3 down the cargo section. which provided a whole lot more power than the supercharged cells. Supercharged cells, with the exception of items that are unique, you had 3 times the shield things. Well, you know what? Having 45% shield strength, or sorry, 38 is the max. Comparing that to having 3 extra shield generators, 90% more shield power, it's just not comparable. So the super slot, to me, it's like something you could put here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of them, where you could put whatever you want to be supercharged, and it would act as if it's next and adjacent to the other non-supercharged stuff. And for the love of God, if we put something down somewhere, don't move it around. And that's it. To the boys and girls at Hello Games. At the previous space station I was at, these 3 slots were open. This was here. I was jumping to this station and hoping of getting the S-Class mods for assisting the launch, but I guess that's not going to happen now. As far as I know, there are 2 Medusas on the ship. Reactors. Maybe just 1. Oh, fuck off. Okay, so it's just 1. Fix your game. Fix the product I paid money for. There is absolutely no justification for moving this shit around and for creating multiple copies of items. And great. So I'm stuck with a ship you guys want me to have. Yeah, so I had organized things. Well, beside the fact you can't move, I can't move them. I would have put them down here underneath the photon cannon S-Class mods, right alongside the S-Class mods for the phase beam. But since I couldn't move him, I was like, okay, fine. And I gathered all these guys and put them all underneath these. Well, as far as I can tell, these 4, these 2, this, and maybe the hyperdrive stuff, phase beam stuff, hasn't moved. Everything else, all of this, certain amount of this, all of that here, moved around. And there's duplicates. And there's certain of these things we can't delete no matter what. So, thank you. Thank you for preventing me from equipping the ship the way I want to. Thank you for not playtesting something sufficiently that it isn't a source of irritation. I play video games not to be irritated, not to play accountants and spreadsheets. I play video games to have fun, to relax. You can't even sell the motherfucking ship. Just totally unbelievable.
This is the end, beautiful friend.